Good afternoon. Thank you guys so much for being here with us this afternoon for this very exciting occasion. I am thrilled to have you all here to witness this unprecedented occasion where we're bringing together the work of 3 different departments of the government, a marquee sports league, my favorite, that's just between us, a leading nutrition, education, and promotion organization, and a newly formed nonprofit organization. So what is it that's bringing us all together? It's pretty clear. It's a crisis that unfortunately is so huge. It's shortening the lifespans of our youth, it's monopolizing healthcare, and it's having dire effects on our children's self-esteem and, of course, on their well-being, and that is childhood obesity. So there's a lot of bad news out there, but we've got good news today, and that's why we're all standing here at this podium. The good news is that we're coming together collectively. The USDA, Department of Education, Department of Health and Human Services, the National Football League, the National Dairy Council, and the GENYOUth Foundation. In the spirit of collaboration, our goal is to work together, organizations dedicated to making changes in the schools, in the communities, and in the business environment, that together we can partner to develop and support programs that will have a meaningful impact on the health and wellness of our children, including supporting Fuel Up to Play 60. This issue, childhood obesity, is much more complex than any one person or any one organization. And that is why we have gathered some amazing individuals and some amazing organizations together. And that's why we have formed the GENYOUth Foundation. The mission of the GENYOUth Foundation is simple. The mission is to create a movement that will inspire kids to change their behavior. And that is why we are here. We have a board of directors that I am so humbled and proud to be working with. We've got a board who spans the public, the private, and health professionals. It is a board that will meet annually to talk about those issues addressing childhood obesity and to talk about sustainable solutions, how we can collectively affect change. It is my joy and honor to say that in the room, we've got some of those board directors here, the commissioner, Roger Goodell, the 16th U.S. Surgeon General, Dr. David Satcher, who was, many people have noted for years, the one who was calling out the issue of childhood obesity as an epidemic. He was the first to call it an epidemic over 10 years ago. Seating right here in front of me is, of course, the Executive Director and President of the NFL alumni, George Martin, who is also one of our board members and soon to be one of our most active in the leadership role. Thank you, George, for being here. And we've got a lot of other fun and incredible, interesting people who are all dedicated to this cause, including National PTA President Charles Sailors, NFL former player, and of course Fox Sports commentator Howie Long is on our board. We have Top Chef All-Star Carla Hall, just to give an example of a couple of them. Personally, I am humbled and honored to announce that this board has asked me to be its CEO. I have been spending the past 6 months getting to know this issue very closely, to learn all the issues behind it. As a mother of 3 young boys, it's something I care very, very deeply about, and it has been an honor and a privilege to get to know the members of the board and all of these organizations together, both public and private, who feel that now is the time to collectively get together and do something about that. So today we are honored to have with us the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, St. Louis Rams quarterback Sam Bradford, the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Tom Vilsack, the 16th U.S. Surgeon General Dr. David Satcher, and unfortunately our GENYOUth Chairman and CEO of National Dairy Council, Tom Gallagher, who has been a champion in this fight for longer than he'd care to admit. Unfortunately, he can't be here today, but in his place, we're honored to have the president of the National Dairy Council, Jean Regaley, who has done an amazing amount of work to emphasize what is, in fact, happening with children's youth. So with that, I am thrilled to announce that Roger Goodell, who also serves on our board, is going to open our remarks and tell us a little bit more about the background between Play 60 and Fuel Up to Play 60 and the wonderful work that they've been doing. Roger?